This high global demand for ivory has led to the savage murder of elephants by illegal poachers. Most of the ivory hunting happens in those West and Central Africa due to its geographic location and its insufficient law enforcement and anti-poaching capacity. Believe it or not, according to World Wildlife Fund, more than 200 African elephants are killed due to illegal poaching, almost 4% of the total elephant population.
Along with the elephant population, another animal, the northern white rhino, was also hunted to almost extinction. Like elephant tusks, rhino horns are another dominant raw material of ivory jewelry, and they have made northern white rhinos a target for illegal hunting. As of now, there are only 2 alive, both females and unable to carry children. The loss of these animals leads to increased risks of inbreeding and potential genetic abnormalities in the gene pool. Remaining southern white rhino populations are now potentially less genetically diverse and less adaptable to environmental changes. These elephants, due to their remarkable actions, have been affectionately referred to as environmental engineers by the International Monetary Fund. Since sub-Saharan Africa relies heavily on ecological interactions driven by these large mammals, the African savanna, which is a wonderful home for thousands of animals, will suffer immensely from the loss of elephant populations and a severe disruption to its ecological balance. As seen in this video, elephants help to create watering holes for local animals, helping to spread seeds through dirt stuck on their feet and through their excrement. The natural planting of these trees helps to act against the deforestation happening in Africa, and also therefore expands the ecosystem of animals like the African gray parrot and chameleons. These trees also play an important role in the carbon cycle, acting as carbon sinks. The loss of elephants means harder access to water for animals like baboons and zebras, something detrimental in dry seasons. Their grazing of grassland helps to make paths for species of wildebeest and buffalo. This simple loss of one species may cause more and more animals to become endangered or threatened. The poaching which supplies ivory into the ivory trade has led to a sharp decline in the African elephant and northern white rhino population. Starting in the 1960s and increasing sharply into the 2000s, the poaching of white rhinos saw a dramatic decrease in population size, from over 2,000 rhinos to only 3 and now only 2. Elephant populations have also decreased, but not as dramatically, and some conservation efforts have succeeded in boosting the population. However, the light administration of laws and regulations against ivory poaching has still resulted in an overall decline in the population. Infusing ivory with dyes and poison is a solution that has gained traction on social media. Holes are drilled into the ivory of animals and filled with poison and dye, meant to set off scanners in airports and reduce the price of ivory to mitigate poaching. Photos posted show rhinos and elephants with bright pink tusks and horns in contrast with their environments. However, these photos have been proven to be fake. The actual dye is much less saturated. The method has also been proven to be largely ineffective against poaching, with the dye and poison being easy to remove.
Again, most of the illegal poaching happened in those less developed countries where the judicial system and most of the law enforcement agencies are relatively loose and sometimes underfunded due to their limited resources and unstable government. The only way to combat poaching on a national level is law with harsher penalties and enforcement. Government need to hire more rangers who act as a first line of defense against poachers. They patrol area in and surrounding nature reserves to track poachers and protect animals. Expanding nature reserves is also a move that can help preserve wildlife. Barrier to the integration of these ideas are corruption in government and lack of government control into rural area. But it is still incredibly feasible to all countries. The increase in population of elephants during the 1990s is a sign how stricter regulation and enforcement can help the species. The Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species mitigated the illegal ivory trade. This came following the 1988 African Elephant Conservation Act, which banned imports of ivory into the U.S. with some exceptions. However, recent years has seen a decline in the enforcement of acts like this, and the result is a continuous decrease in African elephants and rhinos.